A luxury gated estate just closed on the border of Dana Point. Inventory is still lower than last year by a lot, and global tensions are quietly pushing the mortgage rates around. Let's break it down. I'm Simon Guy. I serve Beach Cities Real Estate, that's in Dana Point, San Clemente, San Juan Capistrano, and Laguna Niguel here in South Orange County. And we break down every week what's happening in the market, the high sales, the deals of the week, so you know what's going on and how to win in real estate. If you want to get on my calendar and have a quick consultation, virtually or in person, check out the Calendly link. Let's dive into this week's update. This week's high sale of the week was 1 Elk Grove Lane in Laguna Niguel. This is an ocean ranch. It's a neighborhood on the border of Dana Point and Laguna Niguel, so it very much lives like you're in the heart of Dana Point. It was a 5-bedroom, 7-bathroom, 6,600 square foot monster with an incredible resort style pool and wine cellar to die for. It sold for $6,850,000 in just 17 days on market. Our active listings this week in the Beach Cities grew by 7 properties to 370 homes, but in escrow homes representing demand grew by 8 properties up to 192 homes. Comparing that to last year, this same exact week, we had 530 active listings and lower demand. So even though inventory ticked up slightly this week, we're still way lower than we had last year, and demand is still climbing. What does that mean for you in this market? Well, if you're buying, there's less options to choose from. Where are all the homes? If you're selling, now's the time to be in the game, on the market, not on the sidelines, watching the market get away from you. This week, the money world felt a little bit like a seesaw, up and down. The growing tensions in the Strait of Hormuz made our oil prices climb a little bit at the beginning of the week, come back down at the end of the week, and who knows what it's going to do tomorrow. When there's risk to the oil supply, energy costs go up, unfortunately. Those higher energy costs keep inflation up, and as a result, bond investors demand a higher yield. And higher bond yields mean higher mortgage rates. So while it seems to change every single day, whether it's going up or down, know that as it goes up, it costs more for buyers to buy homes. As it comes down, it gets more affordable and our market gets even more competitive. The good news in 2026 is that our mortgage spreads have improved significantly. That's the gap between the bond yield and the 30-year mortgage rate. If spreads were still at their worst levels like they were a couple years ago, we'd be looking at mortgage rates in the high 7s or low 8% instead of the mid 6s. At this moment when recording, mortgage rates are at 6.4% on an average 30-year mortgage. Good news for buyers, today we don't just have one deal of the week, there's 2 on the market right now that I think are going to absolutely fly off the shelf, that if you're in the market, you should check out. The first is 132 Camaret in Laguna Niguel. This is a nearly 1,900 square foot townhome, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, listed for $1,095,000. Just last year, I sold the same floor plan for a couple $100,000 more than this price. So if you've been looking to get into the Laguna Niguel market and want a townhome, this is absolutely the best deal on the market today. I'm sure it will be gone before next week. The second deal of the week is a single-family, single-level, 3-car garage in San Juan Capistrano. It has no HOA. The address is 31852 Avenida Evita in San Juan Capistrano, and it's listed for $1,579,000. If you're looking to break into a single-level, single-family home with a 3-car garage in San Juan Capistrano in a great neighborhood of Sun Ranch, that's an incredible price. The same floor plan is in the high 1/8s right now on the non-view side of the street. This one's on the view side, so I'm sure it won't last long. It's being held open this weekend. That's a wrap on this week's Beach Cities market update. If you want help navigating this market and making sure that you're winning in real estate, reach out anytime. I look forward to seeing you next week.